first car you ever owned?
Huh?
What was the first car you ever owned?
First car.
Yeah.
I believe it was a
Nash?
Nice.
Yeah. Go through your cars for Braden and tell him how many cars you did. Well, tell him how many different cars you own. You had a bunch when you was a teenager, didn't you?
Several.
Huh? What were some of them?
Had a 53 Chevrolet down there.
Yeah.
And had a 58 Ford convertible. Red
58,
and white.
58 Ford convertible. What was it?
Huh?
What kind of Ford was it?
What kind of Ford was it?
Yeah.
Convertible.
Convertible. What was the? What?
That was when they had the deluxe or the special or
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
That's
Okay.
Mama.
Yeah. 54 Ford convertible, and then what else did you have? Yeah. What?
58.
It's 58.
58.
Traded in on Sunbeam.
Sunbeam. That's
Little
one.
sports car.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I traded the 58 Ford in on the 63 new car.
Galaxy.
You had a Sunbeam because I remember Mom talking about it.
What?
You had a Sunbeam.
Yeah.
Mom.
Traded it on the Ford convertible.
And after the Ford convertible, you got the 63 and a half Galaxy.
Yeah.
I remember that car.
And you had that one, and then the next car you bought was a blue Pontiac. And y'all didn't we have a blue Pontiac?
Yeah, 50.
Mom drove.
What was that?
Wasn't it a blue four-door?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. And you traded that one in and got the Grandville. Traded that one in and you got the yellow convertible, Pontiac convertible, Grandville.
Was it a 72 or a 74?
I thought it was a 73.
Ford was a 73.
The Galaxy was a 63 and that yellow Pontiac.
It was 72.
72. Had that a long time. Then I don't remember. Then we bought the little Mazda station wagon was the next thing I remember.
Oh, that new.
Yep. Parked the Ford and you drove the station wagon back and forth to work some.
Yeah.
Lincoln.
And you got then you got the white Lincoln. Remember the big white Lincoln,
Yeah.
four-door Lincoln?
Yeah.
And you got the brown one you got now.
The Bronco.
Got a Bronco. Mom got a truck. Shh. Maybe she wants this.
Drove that Bronco,
Yeah, you drove it a long time.
the mail.
You know,
Two.
what were they?
Mm-hmm.
What were they? What kind of boats were
One
they?
was a homemade Chris Craft import. And the other was a fiberglass 12, 14-foot boat, 35 horsepower motor on
What was it, a Dick, wasn't it a
Dixie.
Dixie?
And the first one was a wooden boat.
it. Huh?
First one was a wood boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
What color was the Dixie? Was the Dixie
Blue and
blue and white? That's the one we went to, we would go to High Rock and bathe and we did a lot of bathing when we were going together and even after we got married. And so, he'd get me lost on High Rock and Baden Lake. I never could figure out where I was, but
Did he ever run out of gas on you?
no, we never run out of gas. But we
Oh.
sure did go under some bridges that were really low, you know,
Maybe you thought you could get stuck back in the cove.
maybe so.
Uh,
Golly, what were the name of some of those places that High Rock
I
played?
can't remember.
I know it was Flat Swamp and what was it? I can't remember. I can't remember. That.
I think Joe's Beach was one of them.
Yeah, Joe's Beach. But we had good times, I'm gonna tell you, we did. I mean, when the weekend came, he'd come out and get me and we'd be gone. Stay gone all day and then a lot of times we'd get up the next morning, he'd come and pick me up and we'd go back out.
Went to Hill Springs. Down Blue Mountain.
Yeah, that's right, that's another one.
There's a beach that wasn't landed, beach that wasn't a boat landed, and swimming and everything, like them others.
Who'd you double date with? Take anybody with you? Anybody go with you?
Oh yeah, there must be different times.
Okay.
I think Ted and Kay went with us and did Charles and Tony go with us? I think they did, didn't they?
Charles did.
But I can't remember who all. But I know Ted and Kay went with us, go with us right much, so they like to boat, you know. So but they got married a year before. Was it a year or 2 years before we got married? And they were newlyweds too, so we just all went with. We'd go and there's always some place where we could get us some sandwiches, you know. He had to trade his boat in on a vehicle for me.
Yeah, what was that first Pontiac you got? It was blue, wasn't it? Had fender skirts on it?
It was it a Bonneville?
Bonneville.
Yeah,
2-door or 4-door?
4-door.
Yeah.
I just remember it had fender skirts.
Really? I don't remember. I know we took it to, we met your daddy at Six Flags over Georgia. And Granny was with us and Carolyn and how old were you, dear? And everything, but we met Bill down there and we had a good time. That was when Granny got wet. She wanted to go on the log ride.
Goodness.
And Braden, you knew Granny Price, didn't you?
Barely.
Barely, yeah. But she was something else, and we stood there and watched people come and go down the last drop on the log ride and everything. And she looked at us and said, "Let's go on that." So, we, of course, were getting ready to get in the log, you know, and she said, "I want to get in the front." She said, "You won't get wet in the front, you're going to get wet in the back." So she got in the front, and then I think it was Carolyn, and then it was you and me, and then Bill was in the back. And we're just having a good time going through there, and all of a sudden it came time for us to go down that thing. And she was so funny. She just, her eyes got big, and she was grasping a hold of everything, you know. And we went down, and when we hit the bottom, she got soaking wet. Literally got soaking wet. And we laughed at her, and she said, "Well, I wasn't supposed to get wet." I said, "Well, what are you doing riding in the front? That's where you're going to get wet." But she had a good time. We rode all kinds of rides down there at the Six Flags.
So the Chevy
Yeah, the Impala. You had the Hot.
sold it straight out.
Oh. You get a good bunch of money for it?
We should have kept it.
Transmission was messed up in.
Oh, something was wrong with it.
The
Man.
fire go out.
Yeah.
And tell them about, oh, and he had that convertible. What was it, a 58 Ford convertible? It was red and white on the outside and red and white on the inside. That was pretty. And I got to drive to school a couple of days. And back then, we'd go to Hasty. The elementary and the high school people rode the same bus, you know. And we'd take the buses would go to Hasty and let the elementary kids off, and the high school students would stay on. And that's what I rated. But one day, a couple of days, I got to drive that Ford.
Was it a
And-
Fairlane?
It wasn't a Fairlane, was it? What?
I think it was a Galaxy.
And-
58?
Why? It was a 500, something, whatever.
They made a Fairlane 500.
Huh?
They made a Fairlane 500.
Well, it had loud mufflers, I know that. That's
See
it.
that?
It looked like it.
That looks just like it.
What is it?
It's a Fairlane.
Fairlane.
And I drove that thing over to Hasty and picked up my girlfriends, you know, Margaret and Brenda, and I don't know who else. And we was all loading in it, and then all of a sudden here came about 3 or 4 boys, and they decided they wanted to ride too. You ought to seen us crammed in that Ford. And I had the top down. And boy, I took off from Hasty Elementary School and went flying down Hasty School Road, and those old mufflers were just a thing. One summer, we went to, we drove it up to Moore Springs, close to Hanging Rock. And Johnny Kinley's daughter, Shelby, and her husband, I can't remember what his name was, Gene, went with us one Saturday up there, and it was pretty. And so you had to go across a little branch to get to the part of the spring, you know. And so we was going across that little branch and everything, and all of a sudden Shelby and Jim was in the back saying, "Gosh, there's water coming through the floorboard. There's water coming through the floorboard. Do you remember that, Bill?" That was the funniest thing. So we went across the branch and we parked it and everything. It was rusting out in the bottom, wasn't it? And we didn't know it. And honey, they could have fallen, their feet could have went through. So anyway,
Can be worse than El Camino.
and we did that. And then did we take what? We went to Cherokee with Tony and Charles Willett. Did we drive it up there?
Yeah.
We had the top down. We left Town Point. We had the top.
Went from, what was it, up to my south side of a mountain, Cherokee.
Yeah, we went to Cherokee.
We went to that town on top of a mountain, just had the chairlift,
Ghost Town.
Yeah, Ghost Town.
ghost town.
Yeah,
Maggie Valley.
yeah,
We
man.
rode from there to Cherokee with the top down. And Charles and Tony got sunburned.
They were both fair skinned, and poor old Charles, the top of he was just plumb. The top of his head was red, and his arms and everything.
Oh.
But we had a good time. We